Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about will, right? The secret to will no one's ever told you. Now, I want you to understand that your will is a metaphysical tool that is within your mind. So when we look at will, you can't show somebody your will. You can only show things that are manifested from your will. So if someone asks me, hey, how strong is your will? I can't pull it out and then show them. No, they're gonna see my will through everything that is coexisting and existing and persisting in my reality. So if I have a negative mentality, then I have weak will because I don't have the will to be positive, which in general is just constructive and overall beneficial for my overall well-being. So strong will is being able to will the best outcome for yourself. So in this world, we have a lot of temptations, right? We have a lot of people trying to tempt you to bite the lower fruits of existence and to remain inferior and indulge inferior conduct. But a strong will revolt, and that revolt will make them want to revolve around you because that's what you're projecting, that's what you're emanating into reality. Your existence means something. Your time on earth matters. And when people don't matter, like in a literal sense, like if you just drink, you smoke, you watch porn, you don't really add any benefits or attributes or just, amplify someone or something or yourself, mainly yourself, then you're living with no meaning. You're living for pleasure. You're living a hedonistic, inferior existence. And you're complying with that when you could really reject that. So it's like, dude, don't hate on someone if they have will to persist and resist what they should be resisting and what they should be persisting. So again, I'm going to go into the metaphysics of the will now, right? So in the mind, we have the mind within the brain, right? Because the brain isn't the mind. The brain is a sequencer of the mind. And within your mind, you have metaphysical tools such as the subconscious mind, auto-suggestion, and then we have will and intelligence and intellect and intuition. But right now we're focused on will. We have will in our mind, and that will is a metaphysical tool for allowing us to manifest everything we want into reality. So the will, it operates on quantity and gravity. So what separates Mike Tyson from the average boxer is the quantity of his will and the gravity for him to persist. So a lot of people can't persist when resistance starts to foster within the mind, starts to take over. Most people give up when the mind is telling them to give up because they don't understand that they have an energy capacity, energy expenditure, and if they don't push past it, then it's going to remain the same. So every time you push past those thoughts, you literally rise up and on a mental level. When you push yourself, you are raising yourself to a higher level, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually. You are literally maximizing your energy capacity and influxing growth within you. So we have to understand and embed that into our consciousness because most people neglect this and they coexist within the resistance. So they rather lie to themselves about the resistance. They rather say, oh, this is enough. They rather say, oh, it's not even that deep, and then go about their day, not realizing that level that they've been on, they're going to be stuck in that unless they persist through the resistance of growth. When a plant is in the ground, its roots has to push through the dirt, right? It's pushing through the dirt. A plant isn't strong. Like a little seed isn't strong. It's fighting to grow and implant itself into the dirt. So when we look at nature, when we can have the comprehension and the intellectual ability to look at nature and then reference that to our own consciousness, we begin to see and we begin to take on the natural role of existence. Understand that the tree that was a seed and then blossomed and now it's a full grown, it's just big. it's following the nature of law. I mean, it's following the laws of nature. It's following the principle of nature. It's literally trying to show you how nature really works. So you need to take that in, and you have to, don't look at it like a little thing. Like, this is your life. Like, people don't understand. Like, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're having a fun time, but in reality, this is your life, and you only get one. So every time you drink, every time you smoke, just know you're taking away from your own life, and essentially you're feeling pleasure with your own cost. So you're paying with your life. You're paying with your time on earth. You're paying with your time and energy. You're paying with your mind. You're paying with literally just you. You're paying with you. You are the cost of your temptations, and you are the cost of your indulgences. So understand that every time you pick up that bottle, every time you smoke, every time you watch porn, that feeling is coming with the detriment of your own well-being. And when you indulge a lot, that's when it starts to compound over time. On my videos, I've mentioned about compound comprehension. I've mentioned how consciousness compounds over time, but so does it does that with the polarity of consciousness as well. So inferiority, yeah, that compounds as well. And every time you indulge, you feed that state. If you haven't checked out my videos on state coherency, you should check that out. Or I don't think I've even made a video, but I did drop it in the Patreon. So go ahead and go to my bio, or it's probably in the description, but go to my Patreon and read through what I post. Because if you think this is knowledge, if you go to my Patreon and you see what I write, oh, you're going to be on a different level real quick. And don't be the person to conform to what he is right now, and don't choose ignorance over knowledge. Like, go to the Patreon and read it, because when you read that, you're going to be open to something you haven't been open to before. It's like, imagine you walking through the dark, and then Mateo pulls a flashlight on and helps you find your way, right? That is really my literally, that's my intention. That is my intention, right? So just do it. Just go to the Patreon, and I don't even want you to join my community. I want you to read my posts, and then you can decide if you want to join the community. But do yourself a favor and look at what I post in the Patreon, so you can open your mind and expand just more than you are right now. All right. So again, the will, right? Willpower, quantity, gravity, metaphysical tool, along with a bunch of other things. If you want me to cover that, drop a comment. Like, if you have something you want me to cover, drop a comment. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm on a next level with this, like, my mental capacity and my mental ability, crazy, but long way from where I need to be, right? Because most people settle for less. It's like, no, I need more. I need more. But peace, and I hope you enjoyed the video.